Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina Pinion. I was honored to have been your Mrs. Universe 2014 and the founder of the Pledge Campaign Against Domestic Violence. I want to take a few moments just to explain to you what the Pledge Campaign is and what the actual pledges consist of. The Pledge Campaign itself is very simple in its concept and its execution. So you will see that we refer often to the wristbands. And if you're at an event where you may be even watching this video, I'm going to explain to you the wristbands, what they represent, and the pledges that go along with them. First of all, the Pledge Campaign was a concept I came up with after winning Mrs. Universe. I wanted to give more respect and more of a role to the good men out there that do not have a propensity to violence, to be able to include them in the movement and the campaigns that we women are so involved in that pertain to domestic violence itself. Because even though there are some men that are abusive in nature, not all men have a propensity to violence. I grew up in domestic violence, but I know and knew then that not all men were violent and angry men. So we need to make sure that survivors and children that grow up in homes with abuse understand that not everyone they're going to encounter is violent. Once they heal, they can see and trust and give good people a chance again. So the Pledge Campaign, on the back of the wristbands, you will see one side will say the Pledge Campaign, the other his pledge. So the black and white wristbands, the pledge wristbands, these are for all the men to wear, to remind them of the commitment they've made to stand up and speak out against domestic violence for those that are voiceless victims, and also to encourage survivors to speak out and share their stories. So all the good men that are wearing these bands, thank you, and it's a commitment you're making to be more vocal and to stand up and speak out against domestic violence and abuse of all types. So I'm going to put that band on my wrist, and then her pledge. So ladies, we don't get by either without taking responsibility. So her pledge has all the women take responsibility for whom you allow to love you, and also to share the importance of setting the bar high to all the young women that we speak to and encounter, encouraging them to set the bar high, set their standards high for themselves and who they allow to love them. And also, ladies, empowerment is about giving your power away or keeping your power. Unless someone takes your power from you, your power is yours to give away or to be challenged. So her pledge has all the women take responsibility for whom they allow to love us. Kids Pledge, we also have wristbands for the Kids Pledge. Kids Pledge has children understand that their words have power and meaning, the words they speak to each other and the words that are spoken to them. So we like to encourage kids to speak good words so good words are echoed back to them. That's Kids Pledge. And I share in a lot of elementary schools and with a lot of children, and the concept of violence and anger, it's one that you have to tread on lightly and use examples that are very simplistic in form so they're not frightened. And so that they don't think that every time their parents raise their voice or get in an argument that they're actually living in domestic violence. So you don't want to scare children. We have to speak in their terms and understand that basically communication and abuse oftentimes starts with our words. So having them be aware of that is important. That's Kids Pledge. But the Pledge Campaign, guys, pledging to stand up and speak out against domestic violence. Ladies, her pledge, taking responsibility for whom you allow to love you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for embracing the Pledge Campaign and helping me share this movement. Like I said, very simple in its concept and its execution. It's about each person sharing, encouraging,